Exodus.
Neighbors of House Cadmus and Amphion, no life path is ever straight that I dare speak well or ill of it, for fortune is always lifting up and knocking down the lucky and unlucky alike. There is no prophet to tell mortal man his fate. Creon was blessed as far as I can tell. He saved the land of Cadmus from its enemies. He took sole dominion of this country. He ruled it well. He fathered many noble children, but now everything's lost. When a man has kissed all his joys goodbye, I consider him alive. He is a living corpse. Fill your home with riches if you wish. Look to all the world like some great tyrant. If there's no joy in those things, I wouldn't even pay the shadow of smoke for all that. Not in a place of joy.
What's the latest report on the royal family's troubles?
They're dead, and the living are to blame.
And who did the killing? Who lies dead? Say it.
Haman is finished, bloodied by his own hand.
His father's hand or his own?
His own, to spite his murderous father.
O prophet, how true your words ring now.
With things the way they are, there's more for you to consider.
Look, I see poor Eurydice nearby, Creon's wife. Either she knows what her son has done, or she's just leaving home by chance.
People of Thebes, I heard the news as I was about to leave to call upon Pallas Athena with my prayers. I happened to be loosening the bolts to open the gate, when the sound of disaster upon our house struck my ear. I fell terrified into the arms of my servant girls, paralyzed. But whatever the news, tell it again. I am no stranger to misfortunes. I will hear it.
Dear mistress, I will tell you what I saw, and I will leave out none of the truth. Why would I soften you with words that would prove me only a liar? The truth is always best. I followed your husband as his guide to a distant field where lay unpitied the corpse of Polynices, torn by dogs. Begging Hades, god of the dead, to restrain his anger in mercy, he washed him with holy washing and burned him. Together with fresh plucked branches we found lying about and raised a high-roofed mound over the land. We then entered again the girl's stone-lined chamber, the bride of Hades. But someone heard in the distance a loud shrieking sound coming from the unhallowed room. We went to tell Creon. As he drew closer and closer, snippets of her wrenched cries surrounded him, until he broke down in tears and began to wail aloud, crying, "O wretched me, a prophet of doom, am I making my way? Down the most unlucky path of them all, my son's voice calls me, but servants go there quickly, and when you get to the tomb, enter where the stones were taken out, and tell me if I'm hearing Haman's voice, or if the gods are playing tricks on me." We went to investigate as our disheartened master had ordered. In the very back of the tomb, we saw her, hanging by the neck, dangling from a noose of fine thread, and him embracing her waist, bewailing the death of his bride, the deeds of his father, and his cursed marriage bed. When his father saw him, he cried out in horror and rushed in, and wailing aloud, he shouted, "O wretched boy, what have you done? What were you thinking? What misfortune has destroyed you? Come on out, child, please, I beg you." The boy glared at him with fierce eyes, spat in his face, and said nothing. He drew his own double-edged sword. In a fit of rage, he swung and missed his fleeing father. And then the poor angry boy drove the sword between his ribs and sunk it in half its length into his side. While he still had some sense of mind, he embraced the maiden. Gasping for air, he sent a swift river of blood dripping down the maiden's cheek, corpse laid by corpse, and that poor boy finally got his marriage rights in the house of Hades, and showed all mankind that the greatest sin is foolishness.
What do you make of this? The woman left without saying a word.
I am astounded, and yet I hope it's that. Upon the pain of her son, she won't allow herself to weep in public, but only under her roof, and she goes to order her servants to start lamenting there. She's just too modest to misstep like that.
I don't know, but it seems to me that the long silence can mean as much trouble as the loudest wailing.
Then I'll go to the house and find out if she's considering some secret plan in her passionate, grief-stricken heart. You're right. Too much silence does not bode well.
Behold, the king himself comes, holding a clear evidence that, if it can be said, the mistake was his own and no other's.
Oh, the cruel and deadly mistakes of a thoughtless mind.
O elders, you watched kinsfolk kill and be killed. Ah, the wretched ends of my plans. O child, a young man with a young death. Oh, you died bound, not by your own foolishness, but by mine.
Alas, how late you've come to seek justice.
Me, I've learned to be sorry. A god is toying with my mind, pinning me with a crushing weight, here and there, driving me down wild paths. Ah, me, tripping over trampled joy. Oh, the horrible pain of mortal man.
My lord, it seems you've not come empty-handed, but with a double load. You have one weight in your arms now, while the others waits for you at home.
What is there something worse than this?
Your wife is dead, the mother of that corpse. Poor woman, dead just now by freshly opened wounds.
Oh, uncleansable swamp of Hades, why destroy me? Why me? Oh, who sent the pain of ill tidings my way? What word do you speak now? Oh, you've slain a dead man twice over. What do you have to say, boy? What have you seen? Oh, what new slaughter, my wife's demise, do you add on top of Haman's death?
You must know, it's not hidden away anymore.
Oh, me, I see this second, this other evil wretch. What fate awaits me now? Just now I hold a child in my arms, wretch, that I look upon a corpse beside it. Oh, miserable mother and child!
At the altar, with a sharp-edged sword, she hacked until her black eyes shut. Bewailed the noble fate of her son Megaris, who died earlier, and then the fate of this boy, and with her last breath she sang curses upon you as a child killer.
Oh, me. I am beside myself with fear. Why hasn't anyone struck me down with their double-bladed sword? I'm a misery. Oh, me, I have bathed in wretched anguish.
Blame for the death of your boys was placed upon you by this corpse here.
How did she choose to end her life?
By her own hand. She struck herself in the liver when she learned the sordid fate of her son. Blame for the death of both your sons was placed upon you by this corpse here.
How did she choose to end her life?
By her own hand. She struck herself in the liver when she learned the sordid fate of her son.
Oh, me. For all my crimes, this suffering will never fix itself upon another. Oh, I killed you, I did, oh miserable one, I'm telling the truth. Oh, servants, take me as fast as you can. Take Creon away. I might as well be nothing now.
You will profit by your plan. If there's any profit in committing evil, the fastest plan is best when evil is gnawing at your feet.
Go, go. Say the most beautiful fate has befallen me, leading out my final day, the very last. Go, go, so I may never see another day.
That will have to come later. We must tend to the matters at hand, as they have fallen on our shoulders now.
But everything I hoped for was in that prayer.
Then stop praying. Mortals have no rest from the troubles of fate.
Lead this empty man away. Who, O child, did not kill you on purpose, and you too, my wife? Ah, me, I'm a misery. I don't know which party I should look upon. Oh, all the things I've got are at odds, and an unbearable fate leaps upon my head.
Reason is by far the most important part of happiness. As for the gods, you must take care not to misstep in any way. A boastful man's mighty words are paid for by mighty blows. In old age he teaches wisdom.